Welcome to the deep dive. We often talk about big threats to our homes like fire or maybe wind damage, but our sources today argue that maybe the biggest long-term danger is actually water, right under our feet.
Yeah, it's kind of silent, but relentless.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into something crucial: expert downspout drainage services. We want to quickly get why managing rainwater is so important, especially here in BC where we get plenty of it. And our info comes from the folks over at Pacific Blue Mechanical and Plumbing.
Right. And look, the basic idea is super simple, really. Think of it like this. Downspout drainage gives your roof water a smooth, fast slide, way away from your house's feet. You know, the foundation.
Okay, a slide for water. I like that. So let's dig into that a bit. What are the actual benefits? Why should homeowners spend money on this?
Well, the biggest one, honestly, is protecting that foundation. It's like a shield. Good drainage stops water from building up and pushing against your foundation walls.
You mean that hydrostatic pressure thing?
Exactly that. Hydrostatic pressure. When the soil gets totally soaked, it pushes hard. That pressure can cause nasty cracks, serious structural damage over time. We're talking foundation failure risk. That's the big, expensive problem you want to avoid.
Right, and foundation repairs are not cheap. Tens of thousands, easily.
Oh, easily. So think of the drainage cost as like upfront protection against that.
So it's really an investment. The sources point this out. You save huge amounts long-term by avoiding those massive repair bills. And that helps property value too, I imagine.
Absolutely. And it connects directly to keeping your basement safe and dry. Less water sitting around the foundation means way less chance of seepage or, actual flooding downstairs.
Which means no dampness, no musty smell.
And crucially, no mold. Or less risk of mold anyway. Mold's not just gross, it ruins air quality, wrecks anything you store down there. So yeah, basement safety is a huge plus.
And what about the yard itself? Nobody wants a swampy backyard.
Yeah, that's the third piece. Good drainage stops the yard turning into a bog every time it rains hard. It saves your plants from root rot, keeps your lawn healthy, protects your landscaping investment too.
Okay, that all makes sense. Now, you mentioned the source, Pacific Blue Mechanical. Their site talks about why a local expert is key, especially somewhere like Langley. Why the focus on local isn't drainage, just drainage.
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. It comes down to the ground beneath your feet. Literally.
The soil.
The soil, yeah, and the terrain. Langley, and a lot of the Fraser Valley actually, has unique conditions. Heavy rainfall is one thing, but we often deal with soil that has a lot of clay or silt.
Okay, and clay soil behaves differently than, say, sandy soil.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Clay holds onto water like a sponge. It absorbs it, and then it swells up. Then when it dries out, it shrinks back down.
Right, expansion and contraction.
Exactly. And that constant movement, that swelling and shrinking, puts incredible stress on anything buried in it, like drainage pipes, or even the foundation itself.
So a generic one-size-fits-all drainage system someone installs might just break or stop working properly because it wasn't designed for that kind of soil movement.
Precisely. A local company, like the ones referenced by Pacific Blue, they know the soil here. They understand the local land contours, the specific way water behaves in, say, Langley versus maybe Surrey or White Rock.
So they customize it.
They have to. They choose the right materials, design the right slope, the grading to make sure it works efficiently and lasts despite the local challenges. They cover places like Vancouver too, so they have that broad BC understanding.
That customization makes a lot of sense. And there's an environmental angle too, isn't there? Better drainage helps local streams.
Yeah, that's a really important point the sources bring up. When you manage rainwater properly on your property, you slow it down. You stop it just washing straight off your roof and driveway into the storm drains.
Curing what? Dirt?
Yeah.
Chemicals?
Exactly. Sediment, lawn fertilizers, chemicals, all that stuff. Good drainage helps filter the water naturally, reduces that runoff pollution into local creeks and waterways. It's kind of being a good neighbor to the environment.
So tying it all together, having proper, expert-designed downspout drainage isn't just about, moving some water off the roof.
Not at all.
It's really about protecting your biggest investment, your home, from serious, costly damage caused by water pressure and local soil conditions. It's specialized work.
It really is. And the core principle is so basic. Water flows downhill, gravity does the work.
Right.
But that also means even a tiny mistake, like just 1 degree off in the slope or the grading around your house.
Oh.
Yeah, that tiny mistake can channel all that runoff water directly towards the weakest point of your foundation instead of safely away. It raises a critical question, doesn't it?
Which is?
How sure are you really that the way your property slopes right now is actually working for you during a heavy rain? and not silently working against the structure of your house.
That's definitely something to think about, especially before the next big rainfall hits. A crucial point to end on. That's all for this deep dive.